It's time to get up. It's time to get up. It's time to get up. Yeah. It's time to get moving. It's time to get up. Yeah. It's time to get moving. Hey. I'm up.
We received a lot of phone calls this year for many things, right? I've gotten calls from the Democrats, Republicans. I've even gotten one from the FBI. Apparently, your girl is transporting drugs across the border in Texas. Now, let me tell you, out of all of the crazy phone calls, there's nothing more annoying than those people trying to extend the car warranty. Listen, it's over. Now, I was already skeptical, answering calls from numbers that are not saved, like unknown numbers. But those persistent calls, like they keep calling, and it's hard for me to screen them. I'm like, car warranty? Bruh, my car hasn't had a warranty since Clinton was in office, okay? But a 99 to 2008, okay, sorry. But now you want me to think that in this year of 2020, with killer bees, COVID, and catastrophe, that I can get an extended warranty? Listen, mama, this is my mama. Mama may have raised a fool. Hold on, wait, that's not what she raised. Or is it? Wow, maybe she did. That's not the point. The point is, you can't tell me that I can get a car warranty because I know that the car about to fall apart anyway. What I want you to call me about is this stimulus check. When we gonna get one of those calls? That's when I'm on this morning. Look, y'all, it's Friday. It's Black Girl Magic Week still. It's Nina Week still. We are having a blast this week. Today's show is no different. For our coffee talks, we're talking about Black Girl Magic from the past. For this time next year, we're getting leveled up. And today, instead of a sketch, Nina, the queen, she's performing live here on, I'm so proud. We got a live performance on today's show, y'all. This is it. Where else will we be? Huh? It's More Laughing in the Morning Show. Meet me at the table, right back. I don't know what right back is either. That's weird. Welcome back. Did you go anywhere? I mean, it took me about 2 steps to walk around here. Welcome to the More Laughing in the Morning Show. I am your host, comedian Allison Moore. I am Virginia's comedian. I am your conference's coffee. Did you know that? Yes. Prior to COVID, let me tell you about it. Your girl used to get hired to wake up a conference or an event. Call me if y'all still working and you need some help, okay? I am also everybody's hype girl, and I am so excited this morning about hyping you up because it is Friday. Happy Friday. I'm excited about the weekend. I wonder if you are. Some people are like, this whole year just feel like a Monday. Monday all year. Look, you could tell I'm a whole card player for real out here in these streets. Oops, my bad. I'm definitely disrespecting these cards. Let me tell you about what we're talking about today. So you know that we're calling it Black Girl Magic Week / Nina Week because Nina is the Black girl that the More Laughing in the Morning Show has been highlighting. But we wanted to make sure that we did our part in contributing to the world and sharing the magic of the people that influence us. And today's coffee talk is all about our Black women that were magical from the past. And I was really excited about this one because earlier in the season, we did an interview you remember the interview with Freddie? And he had the Black History flashcards? Definitely go and check that episode out if you didn't already. So Freddie has Black History flashcards with urbanintellectuals.com. And I went and pulled some wonderful women out of his cards. I gotta stop holding it like this. I wanna play bid, whist, and spades so bad. But listen, y'all, there are some amazing women of our past. And I just really believe that in order for us to acknowledge the history that has recently been made and where we're going, we cannot forget where we've come from. So we talk a lot about knowing where we've come from in our own family, but just like even as a culture, even as a world, right? And I'm just excited about the contributions that some of these women made that we may or may not know much about. So I was like, yo, I want to look for people. That's what I want you to do too. But let me tell you about these. Okay. So Claudette Colvin. You ever heard of Claudette? Claudette, September 5th through 1939. Hold on, wait. That's what you shouldn't be reading somebody. I said that she was living from September 5th through 1939. We're going to work on that one. So the queen was the pioneer of the civil rights movement. Can we give Claudette the respect that she deserves? We are here and where we are because of this queen right here. Shout out to her. Joan Higginbotham. Okay, girl. Anyway, she's still here. Oh, man. Oh, well, let me try that again because she's still here. Joan. Queen Joan. We're going to call you Queen Joan because I don't want to jack this up. Yo, she's super dope. When I saw her card, I was like, first of all, she's beautiful. And second of all, an engineer and former NASA astronaut. You know, we're in Virginia, so shout out to our friends over at NASA. All of our military, like, we got a special love for all of that over there. You know, I wanted to get the street, but y'all are like, I don't care about all that. Anyway, she was the third African-American woman to go into space. She get her own car here. Nina Simone. Oh, I love Nina Simone. You know about her story? Nina always included songs in repertoire that drew upon her African-American origins. I read that one like it was. Hold on, let me try another one. Bessie Coleman, though. Bessie? Oh, American civil aviator known as Queen Bess. Huh? Queen Bess? I know you haven't heard of her. That's okay. There's a lot of these women that I hadn't heard of either, and that's why I really appreciate stuff like this. But I wanted to take a moment to like put some respect on somebody's name. I know if I was gone or whatever achievements that I've made, I would hope that someone would want to just, you know, acknowledge where we've come from and what we've done. And so that's what we're doing today. And that's what we did. I just did it, right? Okay, cool. Look, but before we go, the black girl magic that is the most important magic, can I tell y'all? It's on this queen right here. You see this flashcard? You better get into this. This is my mama. My mama name is Allison. First of all, she ain't here no more. I got an attitude with her about that, but I'm not going to take that out on you all. She just wanted to be with Jesus. I need a babysitter, but apparently being with the Lord is more important. Anywho, the queen raised me. Shout out to her. That's the first magic that I've seen, and I appreciate her influence. And if your mother is still here, love on your mamas, okay? Because when they stop babysitting, it's a wrap for, am I bitter? Something is wrong here. Where is my therapist? Call a black woman. We've been talking about it all week, but that's what we're doing today. We are acknowledging the women that have contributed to where we are today, and then we are also calling somebody. Call someone. And our team wanted to make sure that they had an opportunity to tell the black women in their life that they're magical, and we see you. Bars. Have I rapped for y'all this week? Oh my gosh. It is Black Girl Magic and I didn't rap? You ready? Oh, all right. I ain't got no rap. No worries. Let's go ahead over to this. I want you to see the slideshow. Shout out to all of the black women from the MooreLaughing in the Morning show team.
But it's time to get up. It's time to get up. Yeah. It's time to get moving. It's time to get up. Yeah. It's time to get moving. Hey. It's
Okay, guys, look, we got this time next year. And our this time next year is super amazing, like for real. For everybody who has growth or who has a plan for where they want to be professionally by this time next year, black women especially, here's a great opportunity for us to glean. We got places to go, things to do, things to learn. So it's happening this time next year. I'm going to look at the rest of these Black History cards because I feel like, you know, there's a whole lot more that I need to know, especially considering that I told Freddie a couple months ago I was going to do more studying, and then I will meet you when we come back after the break. It's the MooreLaughing in the Morning show.
The queen is here. The queen is Yay! Welcome, 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 Renee Johnson, the queen. I'm glad you're here.
I'm happy to be here, Allison. Thank you for having me.
After I've been talking to you every time, I feel better. You gave me my little tools. I done de-escalated a couple of panic attacks, queen. I'm so grateful for you, and I'm glad that you're here. Okay, so look, we got to get into it. So right now, everybody needs some therapy, okay?
Yes,
I mean, I
this
think
is
they've
a hard
been
time for
needed it.
everybody.
When I talk to like some people and friends and some of my audience, they're loving the mental health component that we bring to the show. And other people are still, believe it or not, in 2020, super skeptical. But I'm like, no, for real, you need help. Listen, this is amazing. Come in the water, it's fine. So what do you say to people who are still skeptical just off of the concept of, I ain't about to be telling a stranger, like my personal business and stuff? Talk to them.
Well, first, it is very scary to reach out to ask for help. And it's particularly scary to ask someone that you don't know for help. So it's never lost on me the courage it takes to make that first step. So it may help to know what to expect. That first session is establishing that groundwork and that connection, because that's really important.
For those who have goals, especially or particularly those who this is new for them, whether that is creating a consistent commitment to growing, or somebody who's like even for the first time, what do we say? Like, I find myself struggling with telling people what to expect, and it's not my job, but I don't want to be like, you're just gonna be better. Like, what do you look for? Or why would you tell somebody we really do need a therapist other than, because have you been in 2020?
I think the first thing is to know where to look to find a therapist. And there are 2 online directories that are really great: Therapy for Black Girls and Clinicians of Color. Our directories, you can go, you put in your zip code and profiles come up.
What about, because, I think I got like 25 friends that watch our show faithfully that's not Black. And shout out to them. I love them too. So can you sprinkle in some other spaces for them?
Another directory, Psychology Today is another directory, and profiles come up. And a profile is how a therapist describes their experience, their education, their training, maybe areas of specialty, how they work. And most profiles have a picture, so it helps put a face with the name. That's a great way to start looking.
I just find myself kind of struggling with the language of telling people what therapy really is.
Therapy is an opportunity to come to a safe space with someone that cannot repeat what you say, right? Unless there's a threat to yourself or someone else. Therapist is going to keep your confidence. It's an opportunity for you to come. And a lot of times people will confide something to a therapist that maybe they've never said out loud, or maybe only 1 or 2 people know about. So therapy gives you the opportunity to go beneath the surface, resolve those issues, and help you get some freedom from pain, from shame, stress. Many people suffer with anxiety and depression. And those tools, the real work with therapy happens in between sessions, when you have the opportunity to practice those tools, to practice the strategies that we've talked about.
Look, that is the real work. Now, going to the session and just talking somebody's head off, that's easy. That's the fun part. But then when the people who make your feelings hurt, or the people who trigger that childhood trauma, or the situations that make you, I don't be wanting to do what I talked about in therapy,
then you may not experience the benefits.
Mm-hmm.
Because if a person just comes to therapy and sits and participates in therapy, then doesn't practice, they may not get the benefits. And then that would be the person who might say, well, therapy didn't work for me.
Yeah.
But if you practice, that's the benefit. And that's why you also have to give yourself time to experience growth, because it takes time to change a way that you've been doing things. It takes time to remember to practice a tool in the moment. It's maybe easier to practice it in a therapy session if I'm guiding you through it. But the real work is you remembering to do it in the moment. And that's the benefit of ongoing therapy.
It's surprising to me how many people I've heard say, I need to tell my therapist that part. It's like, well, why not? that was the part to tell them. You can't lie to your therapist. You got to be ugly and get it out so that they can really help you, or else they don't know the real stuff that we dealing with. I'll be honest. I'm scared myself.
I can only work with what I know. I can only go on what the client shares with me. And sometimes people only share what they're ready to share, because it's still a relationship. It's a professional relationship with boundaries, but it is a relationship. And like any relationship, it grows over time. So often the more I see someone, the more comfortable they will feel to tell those deep, dark secrets, to share those wounds.
I'm all like, you need to be, you like, let me deal with the client. That's their process. I'll work through it. So I'm like, oh, okay. So all y'all who want to lie to your therapist, just go ahead. Let your therapist work it out with you. Me, on the other hand, Queen, can I just say I appreciate you? Can I just talk about that for a minute? Let me give you your roses. So with this being Black Girl Magic Week, and a part of the fact that I'm even able to have a show, you know the story better than most, we're an independent production. So that means that, we funded it. We're putting it together. And when we started this summer, hitting the pavement, reaching out to small Black-owned businesses, an opportunity to advertise and market on TV, you were one of the first ones that pulled up and dropped your coins to make sure that you could put your business out there to the right audience. But for me, it was so impressive. I mean, obviously, I'm grateful, because if the project is not funded, there's no project. But more than that, it was like, wow, a Black woman believe in this project, because you could have put your money in you could put commercials on any show. And just knowing that you were able to, if we could be honest, financially, you were in a position where that you had a business that you wanted to promote. Some people are in a position where they didn't even want to promote because they didn't have the capacity once the opportunity is open, you know what I'm saying? But I'm like, yo, how dope is it to be in the pressure of a pandemic and still be able to say, hey, I want to advertise and market my business, just that in itself. And then to strategically put that advertisement in a production that A, hasn't even been going long, and then B, is back home community right beside you, is like super dope and magical to me, because that's one of my goals, is to be in a position where my business and my success help somebody else. And honey, you didn't help a sister from not drowning. Thank you. So roses to you. Roses to you.
Thank you.
I'm distracted. Is that a ZZ plant behind you?
Yes, it's a ZZ plant.
I
One
have
of the
a
hardest
ZZ
house plants to kill. You have one?
Yes, I do. I have one, but mine is in like, I like how I can see your stems and stuff. Is that what it's called, the stem?
Yes, and you can't tell, but I have a couple plants in here, and I have butterflies on my wall. I have
your office is nicely really
decorated, but you can just only see this little tiny corner for the purposes of art.
I'm telling you, this is why I love you, because I appreciate how, even when we were talking, you already kind of dissected from the beginning. Like, you know that you is not you. You like, where are you? And I appreciate, again, how much peace I felt. Like, you're right. And how you gave me kind of that energy of but empowered me to make that, to separate the two. So I wasn't just seeing everything as one big truck trying to knock me over, but it made it more manageable to process, like, Allison, how are you? You're going through this in your personal life, and then you got the business stuff, and then you got this. Let's look at it separately. So that's one of my favorite things about you. But what do you say? Like, what are your clients saying their favorite things, like, about, I don't know, is that a thing in therapy? Like, do y'all have, I guess you got niches.
Yeah, well, and you just said what you just described is therapy. It's how having an objective person to sit and listen to you, and something that is so overwhelming and you feel like you're, just being overtaken by something, to have somebody sit and help you break it down into parts and pieces, help you identify how to take the first step. Because sometimes when we're overwhelmed, we think we have to solve it all right now, when really we might just have to do one thing just to get started. One of the things I tell my clients is, don't do all of it. Take that first step. Just get some points on the board. Just do that. Just get started. So you just answered that question about what is therapy. And the And the other thing, when you
this is what I do.
You felt empowered. That's one of the things, if you go to my website, that's one of the things I say all the time is your power is in your choices. Because even in the most dire of situations, when it can feel like your back is against the wall, I help people identify their options. And they're not always great options at any given situation. We may have a good option and a bad option, or a bad option and a worse option. But the point is, let's look for options and then you choose. And when any of us have the opportunity to make a decision, that's where our power is, because I'm choosing, you're choosing. And that leads to another choice and another choice. And that's how we work through difficult situations. And then sometimes a situation, we don't always have great endings. And that's where strategies and tools come in place to help accept the unacceptable.
That's good.
So
they don't always have good endings.
We don't. Things don't always work out the way we planned, but we can find a way to be all right with what's happening.
Okay, so listen, I know we're this time next year, I'm like, we're going into the end of the year. We have to. People are making decisions, recognizing I can't live like this anymore. I got to do something different and something better. And I feel really good that at least we were able to glean from you the importance of therapy, what it's supposed to do. So anybody who are in relationships or in situations where they have a therapist and they're just not, it's not working, at least they have something to measure how a successful partnership should look.
It's very important for the client to feel like they're getting something out of it. And I would encourage, if you feel like you've been going and not feeling like you're getting anything, start with a therapist and bring that to session. Because that's a great opportunity to practice getting your needs met in a relationship.
You think it's a good idea to go to see a therapist on a date, like the first or second?
The first thing that comes to mind is probably no. I would say maybe get to know each other first.
I'm a creep. You understand me? I was gonna straight up tell somebody like, you trying? Well, you wanna go see Renee and then we go out to dinner? No? Okay. Thank you. That's why I gotta take you everywhere. Then I'll be, look, this time next year, I'll be like, how come I can't get out? You be like, because you keep telling people they gotta take you to a therapist first.
Yeah, I don't think that would get you a second date if you wanted the therapy session to be your first date.
Okay, thank you. That's what we do here this time next year. We're gleaning from the best.
We would need to identify what your goals are. Is your goal to get a second date, or is your goal to be a one date wonder?
The goal is okay, so anyhow. Don't you touch that.
There is an easier way to see if your home is energy efficient. Start your free energy audit today at virginianaturalgas.com. Take control of your energy bills with the Energy Efficiency Program from Virginia Natural Gas.
Before we go, real quick, can you break down that breathing stuff that you had me doing the other day?
Okay. I was guiding you through very deep breathing. When you breathe in slowly through your nose, you want to try it right now? Breathe in slowly through your nose.
I've been triggered. My first day triggered.
Breathe in. So sit up
okay.
So that your chest is open. Good posture. Right. Now breathe in slowly through your nose. Fill your lungs up as much as you can. Breathe out slowly through your mouth. Do that about 3 or 4 times and let each inhale be a little bit longer and each exhale be a little bit longer.
Okay, how come I want to close my eyes?
You can close your eyes. You can close your eyes if that helps you. Yeah, close your eyes if that helps you focus. And what that does by breathing in slowly and breathing out through your mouth with a very slow exhale, it slows your heart rate down. And by slowing your heart rate down, you actually reset your nervous system, because when we're nervous, our brain sends these stress hormones through our body. Makes your heart beat fast, might make your muscles tense up, stomach start to flip a little bit. But by breathing like that, you can slow your heart down and it tricks your brain into not sending those stress signals. So it's a great way to reset your system, like rebooting a computer.
Like rebooting a computer or like birth control, just telling your body that you're pregnant so you don't get pregnant again.
Yes.
No?
Yes. Sometimes, no? Yes. Sometimes we have to trick the body.
Okay, well, listen, I clearly I need another type of show. Okay. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Thank you for your expertise and sharing today, because we got to have this good content on this show.
Thank you so much.
All right, so that was our time here on the MooreLaughing in the Morning show. You the queen. Thanks for coming by. Toodles.
You the best.
Bye.
Bye. Ladies and gentlemen, my friend, Nina Brewton.
This is that moment in life when cliches are more than mere rhetoric. Just do it becomes gospel. That moment when excuses sound easier than the plan. When sleep soothes the pain better than the idea of pushing to bring it to fruition. In this moment, yesterday's failure is either a costly wandering stream of spilled milk seeping into today, or the fresh breath of every possibility at birth. May your cries be declarations that this life will thrive. Less than 100 won't be enough today, yet you awake with barely 20. Where is your passion? Did you waste its value on a lover who was never yours to have? Or bury it beneath the weight of every regret you've ever consumed? No, neither is it in the yesterday you left behind. It is within you, that spark nearly abandoned, extinguished by haunting doubts as the sun so graciously rises on your today. It inspires from within, breeding possibilities waiting to take their first breath. Procrastination kills progress, but you're no murderer. Do not abort your dreams before you ever feel them kick. They are alive within you, purpose made up to faith, creating your vision. And just because you have yet to see them doesn't mean that they don't share your heartbeat. Now, that lover, he's not coming back. But you're still here. Your regrets aren't as strong as the seed that is within you. They have no hands with which to hold on. So if they are close, it's because you refuse to release them. So run with all your might. Push with all you've got. Passion isn't meant for tomorrow. It's intended for each moment you wake. Dreaming is meant for sleep, but life is to be experienced on purpose. Passion needs air to live, so rediscover yours and let it breathe, rekindling its flame. Then go ye therefore, as you learn to just do it. I'm Nina Brewton. Thank you for watching the MooreLaughing in the Morning show. Peace, love, and light. Toodles.